Have you ever looked at people and thought, why do they hurt others so easily? Why do they suddenly change? Why does everyone act this way? Well, psychology already knows the answer. And today we will understand what it is that suddenly changes people. Why our parents, our loved ones, our friends, or even our boss sometimes get angry with us. Or why they suddenly start ignoring us. And this is where the answer to our first question begins. Why do they hurt others so easily? Psychology says this clearly. People don't hurt others because they are naturally cruel. They hurt others because they don't know how to handle their own pain. When someone feels emotionally overwhelmed, insecure, or powerless, the brain takes a shortcut. Instead of processing pain internally, it releases it outward. That's why people express anger, use harsh words, or become emotionally cold. And you become their target simply because you are close to them. So when parents or anyone else get angry at you, it doesn't mean they want to hurt you intentionally. Most of the time, they are simply showing their own insecurities or emotional overwhelm. Instead of feeling hurt by their words, try to understand what is troubling them or what is making them emotionally weak. And when you begin to understand the problem behind their behavior, you start understanding them as a person. That's when relationships slowly become healthier and more balanced. Now let's move to our second question. Why do they suddenly change? Psychology says this clearly. People don't suddenly change. Their fear gets activated. When emotional closeness increases, when expectations begin to rise, or when they start feeling vulnerable, the brain sounds an alarm. Danger, loss of control. That's why people pull back, shift their behavior, or emotionally withdraw. In simple words, it's not a change. It's their defense mode turning on. Let's move to our final question. Why does everyone act this way? Psychology explains people don't behave differently because they want to. They behave this way because they don't know how to control their emotions. Most people are not emotionally trained. School teaches us mathematics. School teaches us science. But no one teaches us how to handle emotions, how to resolve conflict, or how to express pain in a healthy way. So when real-life pressure hits, people fall back into primitive survival mode, fight, flight, or freeze. That's why it feels like everyone behaves the same way. But the truth is, people are not this way because they don't understand you. They are this way because they don't fully understand themselves.